When it comes to like your crew and the rates and such, how do we go about showing that on the brochure? So how do we go about displaying their discounts on the brochure? Like, is that information that they're supposed to know?
Yes, using the pricing calculator.
Okay.
Because with the pricing calculator, when you plug in what each person's going to make and then it breaks it down, it'll show you the discount. So,
Okay.
you know, it'll show you what the price is for each like, you know, if you do a 3-man crew, 4-man crew, how many hours, base rate, yada, yada, yada. So you can literally with the pricing calculator and it'll give you that in the spreadsheet. Yeah.
And the client should see that. The client should know, like, you know,
You can export that in PDF and provide that to the client, or you can make it a part of proposal file. Ty G said, can you run or start a successful video production business as a full-time college student? Absolutely. And just like Alex say, depends on what your definition of success is. If you're really good at business and you're landing, you know, clients that are spending $5,000 a week, you know, for a video consistently, and you got one client that's doing it, that's success. It just depends on, you know, it's a lot of parameters on where you are, what you're trying to do, what industry, is it photography, videography. You may have a client that needs product photographies weekly. They may need $5,000 worth of content created. They may need $3,000 worth of content created. And that's your only client a week, and you're bringing in $3,000 a week working with one client. I like to work with fewer clients and make more money. That's just me. When I started, I was doing 15 shoots a week. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially when I was dominating like Thumbtack and I had the Google thing going, I was doing 15 shoots a week. I may have 3 a day. All right, y'all got to go, you know, and it'll be a good day where I may do, you know, $2,300 in a day, but man, it was a 12-hour day. Master your ability to close on clients, and then, like I said, grow that value. And then you'll get better at closing bigger clients and working less. Real quick, Sean had a great question about any success on Google Ads. So this is the thing. This is the difference between what Thumbtack is going to provide you compared to what Google Ads will do. And some people may not be ready for Google Ads. Thumbtack give you a reputable profile from a website that's trusted by a lot of people. Your website needs to have that reputation. It needs to be built in a way to solve that client's problem, and it needs to stand on its own feet to do so. I'm gonna be honest with you. Until I started investing into my website, invested in the copyright, invested in the graphics, investing into someone to design it, I was not there yet. It took me time to get off of Thumbtack to get my website where it can provide my client the level of reassurance that a Thumbtack profile can do. Just like right now, if you get a link to some website to buy whatever you normally buy off Amazon, you're a little skittish. You're like, I'm going to go and pay a little more and get it off Amazon because I trust Amazon, right? It's easier for people to sell items on Amazon because Amazon is a trusted platform. So you can have that level of security by selling on Thumbtack until you can develop your website to be that. It's gonna take a little time and money. I'm just gonna be real with you. It took me time and money to get my website to the point where it exceeded Thumbtack. If I catch you before you get to Thumbtack, you're mine. But it took time and money to get it there. It took me investing into myself, into my brand to get my website to the point where clients felt more comfortable. And I started to notice that because when I was on Thumbtack and I would test it, pull people over to my website, it was an instant yes. Then you want to start marketing your website with Google Ads. But now you got to think about keywords and where they at and where you're going to show it, how often you're going to show it, how much you're going to do it. You got to really get somebody that can look at your dollar amount and tell you what your conversion cost and all of that stuff is. And some people may say, well, I don't know if I want to put a $3,000 budget for 2 months into Google Ads to get the analytics I need to then start to have a profitable campaign. Some people say, look, I'm just starting. I can go on Thumbtack. I can make $100,000 this year, sit back and put 20 or 30 into my marketing next year, and then start to wean myself off of Thumbtack. And that's where I was at. I was like, look, I don't want to compete with the other 4 or 5 people that's submitting the quote. If I can get above Thumbtack in some places, then I can snag them before Thumbtack get to it. So it's kind of a game of cat and mouse. But what's most importantly, you want to make sure that your website is a beast of a website. That's something that you're not going to determine or have the ability to determine just by looking at it yourself. It's a combination of beta clients and a great marketing company who understands how to target a market. What if I told you to stop trying to be a filmmaker? You're leaving a lot of money on the table. Every business around you needs consistent video and photography for social media, internal training, ads, communication content, and even product videos. Why aren't they hiring you? I'll tell you why. Because businesses hire from businesses, not people. My name is Ty. I'm a former Army combat photographer, and I own a small production company that has worked with these big clients in the past. I created Flash Film Academy, an online platform designed to teach you the business side of the industry, focusing on helping you develop a consistent six-figure business designed around solving your clients' problems using cinematic solutions. From things like how to even start a business, should I go S Corp, C Corp, what should I name it, to where to find high-end clients ready to buy. We've developed fluff-free courses designed to help you do one thing: become profitable fast. The goal is to make a living doing what you love to do. Click the link below, get your first week free, join today. Mr. B says, Ty, you said keep your rates the same, but what do you do if your client budget is more than what your rates are? One, I'd offer a product dedicated to a higher end client. Cadillac has an Escalade and they got ATSV, right? Both are within the ideal of a luxury car owner. One is just at a higher scale. It starts differently and offers more. The package start at a higher price. You always want to have things that your clients can't afford that'll keep them thriving and want to get there. You always want to have a really big ticket item. Nissan has the NSX. They always got something that's like, we got some affordable stuff and then we got some stuff for people who got a big budget. You know, you want to keep things like that in your arsenal. And you want to have an all-out price. You want to have something that's just an all out, everything I got will cost this amount. And that's where I would target that client with.
How far and few in between do you go get another beta client? Because I don't think that's something that was covered. I know that you say get 3,
yeah,
but like, when do you know to get, do you just go like one after another, like the same day? Do you have to wait a certain time between?
I don't think it's a certain time for me. I go back to when my beta clients and I still have the relationship to see what's changed in the industry. To this day, I'm still cool with my beta clients, but I'm trying to get 3 as soon as possible. I'll get 3 like together. And then I'm just comparing stuff. I'm bouncing. And I'm not necessarily saying such and such said this, but I'm saying, so what I've heard in the industry is that you're spending less. Do you guys not have the funds to spend more? Like, what's causing that? Because that will uncover a pain point that I may be able to address. And if I can create something at an entry level, you know, just like Netflix may say first month free to get you in the door so that you fall in love with all of their content and want to continue to pay, I may uncover a pain point in an area of other, and I'm just using dentists as a, you know, of other dentists as to why they can't play with the big boys. What's causing you not to play with the big boys? Oh, this problem is, okay, we can solve that problem by using content. So let me help you. You know, I've had a client say, well, we don't have enough chairs to bring in enough people. You know, we only got 8 chairs. The average dentist got 12 and 14. So we just can't do that level of, you know, business. So what that told me as a content creator is to be mindful of how many chairs they got before I go in there pitching, before I bring them a price point. I may not want to bring them my top tier price point. I may want to edit it knowing they only got 6 chairs. That just helps me play ball better. It helps me understand my client better because they may not be in that position. So what is BNI? BNI is a group for entrepreneurs to work with each other, to not just network, but grow their business. We talk about it a lot in the community. In the gold member section, there are gold members who belong to BNI groups. They're getting business from BNI groups, and they're giving great tips on how to join, what to look for, and a lot of things you need to know before you pick one, because there's a lot of rules, and certain BNI groups only allow certain type of members, and you don't want to join one that will not benefit your business. Let's say you join one and they already got a video guy or photography guy or whatever, and they, in the group, they have to use your services. You don't want to join one and somebody's already, you know, they've already went through a different person. But there's a lot of things you need to learn about when it comes to BNI groups. Hey, keep in mind that the video you just watched contains clips from a longer lecture that's available to our gold members at flashfilmacademy.com. You can go to flashfilmacademy.com to watch the complete lectures if you want to get all the gems and all the information, or you can stay on the channel and continue watching some of our content here. Just click one of those boxes somewhere around here. Just, yeah, you know where to go. Right up in here, somewhere, wherever it pops up, you know what to do. You got this.